Hi everyone, welcome to this webinar. Today we're talking about happiness and love. So how are you guys doing? Okay, let's do a shout out in the comment box right now. Thanks for tuning in, everyone. I know some of you here actually wake up very late at night or very early in the morning. Appreciate that. So at my country right now is 11 a.m. in the morning. So I'm doing a morning webinar today. It's very rare I did in the morning, right? Normally, usually I did in the evening. So we try to actually do a different arrangement here. Yeah, because some people might have this time will be more convenient to you. Yeah, so let's do this. This is the first time I'm doing this in the morning. So no matter where you are, I wish you a great day ahead. And today, for some of you, this is the first time you tuning in to my webinar. And let me just introduce a little bit about myself here. My name is Iverson Lee. I am a consultant, speaker, and instructor from Joe Yap Consulting Group. Okay, and today I'm going to share with you. I will spend like 1 or 2 hours here to share with you certain information I would say interesting information about Chinese metaphysics. And I'm going to talk about a very, very important topic today. Is about love and relationship. And to some of you here, that might actually follow some of my webinar in the past, you might notice I actually like to talk about like wealth, talk about career, achievement, business, right? So today I'm going to do a slightly different thing here. I'm going to talk about relationship. Yeah, this is a love. So, or happiness, right? So how many of you here like this topic, love and happiness? Yeah, type the word me in the chat box right now. Okay. Let me see how many of you here like to do this topic. If you like to know in the future, I might consider do more of this, right? For in the future, and I try to achieve a balance here, no? Not just about every time talk about wealth and business, right? It'd be a little bit boring to some of you. So let's tweak a little bit here. I change the momentum here a little bit. Okay, I see a lot of you. Okay, good, cool, nice. Good morning. Yeah, good morning to everyone here. Okay, I see so many. Wow, so many me. Okay, which means that you're in the right class today, right? So if you're talking about how do you make more money for next year, that one we reserve for another workshop. Yeah, today we are not going to talk about that. And although relationship and love or happiness is a topic I rarely talk about, but it doesn't mean it's not important, right? So I believe that the quality of our life is a direct reflection of the quality of our relationship. And if you look back in our life, every one of us here, whenever we actually have a good news or we achieve something, right? The first thing we would like to do is to share with someone that we love, right? Don't you think so? Right, so therefore this is the part here is all of us here need to connect in a deeper level. Let's say you make a lot of money right now, you got a promotion, or you're actually you're able to achieve something in life. Don't you think you'd be more happier if you share with someone, right? Obviously, if you have some good news happen to you, the first thing you like to pick up the phone, right? You let someone know. So therefore, subconsciously, all of us here have the desire to connect. Yeah. So if you ask me to summarize in one word, what drives people is all about love, right? People do a lot of crazy things or illegal things because either their lack of love or they think that by doing that they get more love, right? They get more attention, right? So this is a part that you actually need to know. And while I'm talking to you right now, I see some of the comment asking, when this webinar is going to connect. I would say that it's already started right now. Yeah, so if you're not able to see me, you're not able to see the screen right now, obviously something is wrong on your side. You need to click the refresh button. Okay, so I know some of you here are probably very new here. You don't know what to do. And I'm not sure whether you can hear my voice or not anyway, right? So just in case you cannot see the video and you can hear my voice, I would actually suggest you to click the refresh button on your browser. Then hopefully things will be working out for you. And before just now, we started the team here, Mark and Corinne and Shimo, they all actually created a poll, right, for you to actually participate. So the question is very simple, right? Are you happy or not? So, and the result already sent to my screen here. So let me just share with you what is the result of this poll we are seeing here. Okay, let's see. Let me share my screen. Okay, all right. So, so this is the results of the poll just now. So 55%, 57, no, sorry, not 55, 57% of you actually says that you're very happy. That is really good, right? Because happiness is everything, right? If you have money, you're not happy, you're poor, right? So, and yes, yeah, 55%. And then 1% is no. Okay, so then you're in the right workshop right now, right? So I'm going to share with you how to actually increase that part, yeah, increase the level of happiness. And 41% of you here actually say sometimes, okay, yes, sometimes are not consistent, right? Sometimes you're happy, sometimes you're not, right? So there's a group of people like that. And don't you think it will be good if we're able to experience happiness at least 90% of most of the time? That would be good, right? So therefore, this is the direction we are going to go into. Yeah, in this workshop here, we'll talk about this part here. Yeah, and now since you already actually having this poll here, I can see roughly where you are right now. Then we are good to go, because I've been told that a lot of people are already logging in. So we can start this by actually telling you before to actually maximize the learning of this webinar here. So because some of you are very new here, you don't know what to do. Yeah, let me guide you the first step here. The first step here, I want you to actually plot your bar chart first. As shown on the screen right now, there's a URL, just click on it, and then you're able to plot your bar chart either from your laptop or your browser. If you're watching this webinar right now from your laptop, I would advise you use your phone, right, to actually plot the chart. Is easier when you want to navigate it later on, and then you also want to learn from this webinar, so you can do it it's more convenient for you in that way, right? So take a snapshot of this screen here. This is the URL where you can plot your bar chart. All you need to do here is to key in. Yeah, is to key in your date of birth and your gender and your time of birth, and then you're all set to go. Yeah, that's simple, and that's very simple. And if you can, right, in the next time you can prepare more charts, like your family charts, and all those things here, then this would be you can actually take I would say a sneak peek on your family members, your loved one, or your colleague, maybe even your boss even, right? So you can do that. All right, so this is a link. Remember to plot it. So today, and for some of you are just joining here today we're going to talk about one very, very important topic about relationship and love, right? So let me ask you first, right, to get this started here, what is the secret to relationship? A great relationship, since relationship can give us happiness. Yeah, this is what we are seeking for, right? We're seeking for love. So, and this is the deepest human need, right? So now, what is the secret to a great relationship? Since everyone talking about I want to have a great relationship, so let me ask all of you here first, right? So what do you think is the secret of relationship? Okay, trust, communication. Okay, yeah, keep it on. Keep in typing in. So I want to see all of your questions. Okay, honesty, communication. Amanda Sue say communication. Okay, constant open communication, secret communication. Wow. Okay, nice. Okay, so all right. Okay, so I think that majority of you here actually say that communication would be one of the criteria. I couldn't agree more, right? I think that communication is very important, and respect, like some of you actually pointing out, faith, trust. Yeah, I think that one is very important. Yeah, so, and if I would like to summarize everything, right, into one word, right, so is that I would say that the foundation of all this great relationship is you must be happy first, right? Don't you think so? Right, so, and which means that if you are not happy, right, there's no chance you have a great relationship. Yeah, even you trust your partner, if you are miserable every day, all right, you keep thinking about how bad your life is. Yeah, so what is the point, right? So even you have the great communication, but what if all the communication talking about all the miserable things that happen? Yeah, everything is sucks. Yeah, the job is sucks. Everything, economy is sucks, right? So you cannot go anywhere. And every time, think about this, right? If every time when your partner arrive home, and then he see your face, and you always have this constant depressed face, do you think the relationship will work out in long run? I mean, I would say it's fine for us to actually under the weather sometime, right? But if it's a chronic thing here, every day you always find something to blame, right? You still trust your partner, you still open up, even you like to talk to your partner about how miserable you are every day. You think about this. On the receiving end, will they be happy? I think once in a while they are fine, right? But if like you do this like 5 years continuously every day you talk about how miserable you are, how sad you are, how unfair you're being treated, right? So in long run, don't you think it will take a toll on your relationship as well? Right. So therefore, before we talk about anything else like, trust, communication, although it's very important, but first of all, we need to be in a state of happiness first, right? At least when your spouse see you, they feel happy, right? You don't want in a relationship that every time your spouse see you, they want to cry, they want to vomit, right? That's not what we want to put it that way, not, right? So, and therefore, don't you think the first thing, right, if you want to talk about relationship foundation here, you need to be okay first, right? You need internally to be happy. Otherwise, if you're not, you keep looking for someone in the world or someone else outside to help you to fill up the gap or to actually fill up your emptiness. Yeah, some people think like this. That's why they ask the question, is this person right for me or not? And this person are able to cure my sadness or not? Right? So if you actually thinking that way, even you get a relationship, that your partner will not be happy, right? Because you always see this partner as your cure to something, right? So which means that they're responsible for your happiness. So every time they do the thing that not aligned to you, and then you actually feel pissed off, and then you blame your partner, right? We've seen a lot of cases like that, right? They actually put the remote control of the happiness on their partner's side, so their partner control everything. They'll say something like this, you mean the whole world to me. Yeah, without you, I'm nothing. Yeah, so don't be too happy if your spouse telling you all this stuff. If they're really serious about this, they got an issue. It might not be love. It could be addiction. Because as long you are there, they're happy. They see you as their pill of happiness. Yeah, that way is not love. That's why you see some couple, right, in a relationship, the moment the things go sour, and then their boyfriend actually sometimes they murder their girlfriend or they hurt them physically. Yeah, that is not love, right? Think about this. Every time you hold the responsible, you're responsible for someone's happiness. Yeah, you actually own that responsibility. Don't you think it's stressful? Yeah, it's like walking on a broken glass. Yeah, every single day. Yeah, that is stressful. If that is the relationship that we all going through, might as well you don't stay in that relationship better. Don't you think so? So first of all, I think that I need to actually get this right here. The reason we look for relationship is not to hope that person make us happy, right? Yeah, if not, you'll be very scary, say, oh, okay, you must come. Yeah, you must make me happy again. Yeah, think about this. If at the receiving end, you feel very eerie, right? So I would say that that's not a great relationship is. So now, since we know that this is so important, right, to actually build, think about this, right? How do you attracted to someone? Or I think some of you already you're already in a relationship. Yeah, I want you to think about why you attracted to that person in the first place. If the first time you see this person is crying, keep blaming the world, were you attracted by that attribute? No, right? So think about this. The reason you fall in love in the first place must be something that positive about that person that you like, right? That person at least are okay, they're happy, right? It's not possible the first time you fall in love in the first sight is because you see this person crying or say, oh, okay, this is so romantic. Yeah, this person is crying, that's why I fall in love. No, right? Most of the time when you meet someone, that someone is cheerful, yeah, they're jovial, right? So something good, positive feeling about it, right? So Amy say maybe he's handsome. Yes. What if this guy here is I would say mommy boy, keep crying all the time, crying over the spilled milk? Yeah, first look his thing is good, right? But after all, this guy here is useless, crying out, right? He's keep crying and then blaming to you, and then they don't work, right? So we don't like that, right? So we want someone positive, like what Diane say, is inspiring, crying out. Yes. Right, someone inspiring that inject positivity. That is the cause of attraction in the first place, and it also the cause of or the critical point to maintain a relationship in long term. Based on my experience of doing consulting for the last 7 years, I discovered one thing: find a relationship is not a problem for everyone, and the problem here is to maintain one in long run. Don't you think so? right? Getting a relationship is not that hard, yeah, especially due to technology right now, so you just one swipe away to meet someone new. Yes, I'm referring to Tinder. Okay, so I'm not an advocate for Tinder, yeah, but I noticed some people doing this. The point here is, due to technology, not able to meet someone is no longer a good excuse, right? So it's about, do you know how to maintain a relationship or not? So therefore, you need to be someone not to take or make someone responsible for happiness, but on the opposite side, you are the one that actually radiate happiness, right? Don't you think it's cool that whenever anyone see you, right, they feel happier, right? So don't you think this is what we want, the state we want to be in, right? We want to be the one that light up the room the moment we walk into that room, right? We want to be that person. We don't want to be the person the moment we walk in the room, everyone's go out of the room, right? So therefore, that is not so good, right? So therefore, we want to be the beacon of happiness. Yeah, that's what the topic we talk about today. So therefore, just now I ask you, are you happy or not? Right? Some of you say yes, some of you say no. It's good. It's nothing wrong, right? We are not robot here. We are human. We have emotion. Yeah, sometimes we feel under the weather is fine, right? So, and the thing here is, first of all, is to get to be honest. Honest here is about, what is your nature, right? Some of you here, your nature are very optimistic, but some of you here on your nature here will be a little bit, right? Will be a little bit skewed toward negativity. So it's our job, our part of responsibility, not other people's responsibility, but it's our own responsibility to actually create or increase our happiness level, right? This is a part, that we are going to look for. So now, since some of you say yes, some of you say no just now when I asked about whether you're happy or not. So let me ask you this question here. The second question here is, what is your rule of happiness? Right? Because in order for you to happy, right, you need certain condition to happen, right? So what is your rule of happiness? Yeah, type it down in your in the chat box right now. What is your rule? What needs to happen for you to become happy? Because if you don't know the rules, how do you become happy in the first place, right? So you need to know this. So the first thing here is you need to do that. I don't care whether you're in a relationship or you're not in a relationship. If you're not in, becoming more happier, happy to attract more people comes to you, right? If you're in a relationship, we're happy to maintain one. So, okay, Lily say financial freedom. Okay, so, okay, is one of it to make you happy. All right, that's cool. And smile every day. Okay, so that is an action, yeah, Joanne. Yeah, so I'm talking about the cost. Yeah, what needs to happen for you to become happy? Okay, Stephanie say be supportive. Okay, so the moment you are able, you're talking about your spouse to be happy. So okay, I want all of you here to look at the rules that you are actually saying here. Okay, someone say nothing. Must be something one, Yeah, there's a cause and effect. Okay, you cannot say, if nothing is nothing to become happy, then I think something wrong already, right? Which means every day you smile, you jump out. People ask you why you're so happy. You say, don't know. I'm just happy. Yeah, then people might actually bring you to a safer place, So we don't like that. Okay, there must be something, right? Let's be honest here. Yeah, we're human, right? There must be a condition. Some of you say respect is good. Okay, give and take mentality. Okay, it's cool. Yeah, so at least right now you know that what are the things that trigger happiness, right? So like Chloe say, respect and happiness, peace, unleash full potential. Okay, all right. So do you realize that all of you here, you actually categorize this in a different way, and there are no right or wrong, right? So some of you mentioned gratitude, honesty. Yes, is subjective to you, is something personal to you, right? So why I want to know this? Because now you know the trigger point, and your action on daily basis will lead to that. So once now you know that your rules of happiness, so do you do anything on daily basis that lead to that direction or not? Yeah, this is a question I'm going to ask you. Every little thing, it doesn't mean it to be a big thing, right? So every day, do you do any small activities that lead to the rules that help you to trigger happiness? I want you to think about this. This is a real question here, because a lot of people think about happiness. They think that it just comes, right? It just means like, okay, this is a good year. I should be happy. Then I'll be very happy. No, right? It must be a trigger point. So like someone say that, Gratitude. So since gratitude is something that brings you happiness, do you do any action on daily basis that shows that you're grateful? Right? Don't you think this is important? Yeah, because happiness is not something that just happen, it's a little thing you do based on the rules you set just now. Every little thing you do every day that actually lead to that, you actually create long-term happiness. Yeah, because happiness is not one day event, it's a continuous process. Yeah, so once you know that, okay, cool. So once you know that part, write down. Do you do anything? If you don't do anything that lead to that happiness, then you cannot hope to become happy. Right? You don't say I won't hope you, because you're not doing something that actually help you to bring you there, or not. Okay. So now, once you know this part here, I want, after this workshop here, this webinar here, I want you to write down, the things that lead you to happiness. Then I want you to commit on daily basis, no matter how insignificant the task is, but you need to do something, right, on daily basis. Why people become happy is very simple, because they do happy thing every single day. Yeah, so this is the secret of happiness. So now let me do it another way for you, right? I want you to recall back, the last time you really truly feel happy. I want you to recall that moment, when that moment is the last time that you feel truly happy. I mean, it's not something you fake, you're faking, but it's something truly inside. Say, this is life. You feel so alive that time. Can you recall that moment? Some of you maybe it's your wedding day. Some of you is not. Okay, so the last time there's certain event, maybe you got promoted, or maybe your spouse do something very meaningful, or maybe as simple as maybe your children just say, I love you, Dad, I love you, Mom. Somehow there must be something, right? So I'm not talking about like every day, the breakfast, that daily gratitude thing. Yeah, that one we put it aside. Yeah, that one is exercise. I'm talking, let's have an honest conversation here. Right? We are not saying, okay? Yeah, so, okay, like some of Amy say, okay, you get a nice car. Okay, right, cool. So, and there must be some significant event. I know that the daily teaching, right? They say gratitude every day, be happy. That one, I acknowledge that. I'm not saying it's not true. I'm talking about this explosive moment. Sometimes you say, if this is life, yeah, it's very memorable. Maybe something that your loved one did something to you, you never expect about. Maybe it's a surprise party. Okay, right. So some of you here say that I'm happy with my son. Okay, so that is good, right? So it's a memorable moment. So among the time you're happy every day with your son, there must be a moment that truly memorable. Maybe your son did something to you, Judith, right? So, okay, Lawrence say that when my son got a scholarship to study in England, okay, all right, that moment finally you feel that, oh, okay, finally, through all the bring up, finally you see something happening for your son. Okay, it's great. Okay, cool. So why I want to ask you this, I want you to remember the moment when you feel truly happy. What is your energy level that time? I want you to think about. I want you to recap back and actually the moment when you're truly happy, no matter what it is. What is your energy level that time? Is it high or low? Some people, the truly happy moment is when they fall in love or when they meet their soulmate, right? So think about that moment. How is your energy level? High or low? Type it in the chat box right now. High. Too high. Alina say, I like that. Okay. Okay, high, right? So that time, are you someone optimistic or you are someone pessimistic? Of course, you're optimistic, right? That time you feel that you can do anything, right? You can even conquer the world. That's why, when you're in love, I mean, before wedding, when you're in love that time, after wedding, to a lot of people, it seems like disaster. Yeah, that's what I've been told. But it's not for everyone, right? I mean, when the time, during dating and then you fall in love, right? So normally if the partner will say something like, I want to fly to moon and back, to get something for you, right? Have you actually, has someone said something like that to you before, right? So why they're saying that? Because when you are in a good mood, your high energies, everything seems possible, right? You fly moon and back will come on, right? Well, you think you're Superman or Supergirl, is it? Right? But some people, they really think like that, right? And then suddenly that time, even though they have a problem in their work, somehow is all this problem is a very mediocre problem, right? It's not important, it's insignificant, right? So love is will lose it all, right? So therefore, do you realize that when you're happy, your energy level is high? And why this is important, right? Because whatever we want in life, yeah, be it relationship, health, or wealth, require us to use energy to get it. Yeah, this is why you need happiness, right? Because happiness will give you more energy. And if you don't have energy, let's not talk about what goal you want to achieve. Yeah, I can tell from the start, without even looking at your parcel, I tell you won't achieve it. You're not able to achieve it because if you don't have energy, every time you encounter obstacle along the way, you will give up easily. Agree? Right? Everything seems like too hard for you. You think about a time when you're depressed. Do you feel like you want to do anything at all? No, right? You want to sleep in the couch, right? And do nothing. You don't have energy. So therefore, why happiness is important is because it will give you energy. Yeah, energy and happiness is correlated. And only you have energy, you can achieve great things in life. So let me sum out this concept for you here. So it's not about achieving to be happy. You want to be happily achieved. Because if you are not happy right now, you don't have the energy to create great things in your life. So in summary, happiness is not a choice. That is not, you don't want to live it by chance. It's through a decision, right? So I want you to decide right now. I want everyone here to say something to yourself. I decide to be happy from today onwards. It's a decision because you know it's no longer an option. If you are not happy, right, you're not able to get what you want in life, right? Because happiness is energy. Okay, type the word, I decide to be happy today, from today onwards. Yeah, it's a very powerful statement or declaration, or this will be the best gift you ever can give yourself. Yeah, do that right now. Type in the chat box. Okay, nice. Okay, Kaket Hong say, I decide to be happy. Nice. Okay, Mei Tuan. Okay, good. Right. So this is a commitment I want you to do yourself, and that's why you see, my shirts here. You see what is here? Yeah, I dress for the occasion. Okay. Yeah. So yeah, this show how I take this webinars, how seriously I take this webinar is. Yeah, you see this happiness, right? Yeah. Yeah, must match the theme, for today. Right. So I hope that this simple gesture here can encourage you to be there. And this is a journey, right? It's a journey. I hope that, this will actually help you to realize something. Yeah, it's not an option. Yeah, it's a necessary thing to do. Okay. All right. So now once you know this, right, and then we can actually look at the parts, because some people, this journey to become the journey of happiness is easy to some people, and some of you here maybe take more time. Like let's accept the fact all of us here are wired differently, right? There's nothing wrong with us. We just see the world differently, and then this actually very evident actually from the poll that we did just now is we see there are some mixture, right? Some of you say sometimes you're happy, some of you say that most of the time you're happy. So in your parts chart, right? So your parts chart actually tell you about your built-in DNA, or how you think, what is your default thinking is, the moment you're born, right? So all of us here, the moment we are born, we have different energy, and then this energy here reflected in our parts chart. That's why you see even a lot of people say, right, our character is determined by our bring out environment. But if you look into it, yes, part of it is true, but even before the influence of the family or the bring up environment, the moment the baby is born, if you go to hospital, you see on the maternity ward, you see a lot of babies born at that time. Do you realize that all of them look differently? Sometimes some is an angry baby. The moment they're born, you see their face. Somehow you see the face is a very angry baby, right? Some of the face here is a very happy baby, always smile, right? So from the start, they already have certain nature inside. Do you realize that? Yeah, when you go to the hospital or the maternity ward, you see all these baby, all of them, the moment they are born, their face look different. Sometimes, yeah, very angry, very pissed off baby, right? So some of the baby very cute, very soft, very docile, right? So which means that by default, they already have their own nature, right? But of course, and then the bring up environment later on will also affect the development of the character of it. But all of us from the start really see, right? Some of them, they have a smiley face. Some of them is their eyes very big, very cute, right? Want to pinch their cheek, you know, that kind of thing. So all of them are born differently. So this part here results from the energy they had inside. So all of us have a default nature. Okay, so therefore, some are happier, some of them are pissed. Okay, pissed chart. So you want to know, pissed chart means pissed off chart, like easily pissed off, right? So do you want to know whether your chart here right now is a pissed off chart or a happy chart, right? So we need to know that, right? Because that's where we're working on. So now, since our goal here today is about happiness, right? So let me from the Parter chart, right? The first thing, before we even look at the Parter chart, I want to ask you one question here. Who is the happiest person you ever seen so far? Who is the happiest person you ever seen so far? Yeah, type in the chat box. Who is the happiest person you ever met in your life so far? Or people? Okay. All right. So, and let me help you out on this. Okay, Maria say myself. Okay, very nice. Okay, Chan say Iverson. Okay, no, I'm not that happiest. Yeah, I also piss off a lot of time. Okay, but thanks for that. I'll take that as compliment. So, okay, all right, cool. So let me help you on this, right? Which age group normally they belongs to? All right, I think a lot of you pointed out just now, right? Children, right? So don't you realize that, you know, children, most of them are happy? Right, and also think about during your childhood time. I'm not saying everyone, but I'll say 90%, unless you're born in a very abusive environment. Otherwise, childhood will be a very happy time, right? Yeah. So these are the moment they're happier. So don't you think if you like to actually learn happiness, so the best guru is about you need to actually look at how children behave, right? So think about this, right? When we get older, right? So we are more intelligent, we have more intellect power, but yet, you know, our happiness decrease worse than any children that below 10 years old, right? So do you realize that we are more intelligent than them, but yet we are not even we cannot possibly our happiness level will decrease over time, right? So therefore, but it's not too late, you know, right? So you actually can do something about it to change it, right? So the first rule, if you ask me, from the Parter chart, right? So it's another way for us to check, you know, whether you have this inner child or childlike attitude or not, right? Do you want to learn how to see this, right? Because if you know this, at least you know how you're being wired. Okay, so let me show you, yeah, what is this childlike? How do you detect this from the chart? Yeah, let me share with you on the screen. So the first key, yeah, the first key to happiness is about childlike attitude or childlike spirit. Yeah, that's one for you. So how do you detect this in your chart? Or like Ping correctly say that our inner child, yes, right? So this is the one here. And Diana Yap say that we overthink when we get older. Yes, it's true, right? Children doesn't think a lot, right? What they want, they just ask. And most of the time, don't you think children got what they want most of the time? Yeah, because this is how there's a lot of curiosity inside their mind. So now, this is as you've seen on the screen here, this is one of the area we would like to actually cultivate, right, to do this. So how do we see? Yeah, by default first. Let's talk about by default. Is it given to you or not? Right. So now let me review to you how do you look this from your Parter chart. Do you want to learn this? Do you like to learn this? Yeah, if you like to learn this, type the word yes right now. After you type yes, then take out your Parter chart. Yeah, because I'm going to show you how do you do this. Nice. Okay, I see a lot of yeses right now. Okay, then we shall proceed. Okay, cool. So in order to do this, right, so for a child, like, you need to actually look at this element. Yeah, this is 4 of the growth star in a BaZi chart, right? So if you need to check your chart whether you have this element or not. If you have this element, then you have this inner child, I would say ingredient or attributes within you. So where do you look for this? So let me just, there are 4 animal signs here. It will be tiger, snake, monkey, and pig. You no need to have all the 4 animal signs. Do you have one of those or not? Yeah, all you need is just one out of these 4 in your BaZi chart. That's all. So do you have it? So this leaves us only to 2 possibility, either yes or no. All right, type it in the chat box right now. So if you have it, type the word yes. If you don't, just type the word no, but don't cry, okay? Yeah, because this is a happiness webinar, right? So you're not allowed to cry, yeah, at least within this session here, okay? After this session, you can cry, yeah? Okay. Okay, some of you have 4. Okay, nice. Okay, cool, so we have, cool, yeah, so you have this, you have an inner child. So let me just, for the benefit for the beginner here, let me just quickly pointing out, how do you see this? So let's say this is your BaZi chart, right? So let's say this is your BaZi chart, and let me see, I can draw something a lot. Nice. Okay, so these are the part. You see there's a 4 animal sign here. Right, let me see whether I can zoom in or not. Okay, nice, I can zoom in. So you see there's a 4 animal sign here: dragon, rooster, snake, and dog. So let's use this chart as an example here. It seems like this chart have a snake, right? So snake is considered one of the childlike attribute. Okay, so yes, yeah, you have this within you. Yeah, so you need to find back this, yeah, because it's inside you. Yeah, so sometimes we're too busy, we forget to acknowledge this part of us. So it's time to focus on this part, because this is the first trigger point to help you to start the process, to increase your happiness. Your pursuit of happiness begins here. That's what it means. Okay, so, and I discovered that Janet asked which pillar to check. Any pillar, it could be the year, month, day, or hour, Janet. Yeah, anyone will do. Okay, so let's see if anyone have a question here or not. So it seems like it's very easy, right? So yes, only if you have 4 animal signs. Yeah, so you just need to compare to all these 4 animal signs, whether you have this or not. Okay, so let me just tell you the attributes of this. I saw some of you have 4, like Kathleen, you have 3 out of 4. Wow, that's nice. Okay, so first of all, if you have a lot of this, I know this is not fair. If a lot of this, you tend to look younger than your actual age. I know some of you say, why this happening to me if you don't have, right? So, but yeah, this is a gift for you. Yeah, so if you have this, you have maybe some of you have 1 or 2 or 3 even, and some of you have 4, right? So you have a lot. Yeah, so there are 2 parts. There are either you look younger than your actual age physically, or inside you have a very strong inner child within. Yeah, so is it good news? Depends on what you've seen in the chart, right? You see someone, right, even though they're already 50 years old, yeah, but they look as if like they're still on their 30s, so somehow it's like this. So Ashley say that I have 2. It means I look younger 50%. Okay, it's not like that. Although it's a good question though. BaZi is not about you have 1 is 25%, you have 2 is 50%, right? If you're like that, right, you have 4 means what? You look like a baby. It's not possible. Okay, but it just means you have more, then you look tense, you look younger, you're very cheerful, So have you met someone like this, right? Yeah, we hate these type of people, right? Yeah, how come they're so old already, like old biscuit already, low bang, How come you still look so young? Yeah, it's not fair. No, then who to blame? Yeah, who asked you to born and those date and time? Now you get this type of chart, right? If you don't have this, okay, it reflects one. If your inner child is strong, you reflect on your external outlook as well. Yeah, that's what Phyllis rightly pointed here. Okay, all right. So Ashley say cheerful most of the time. Okay, it's good. So Joanne say that will that person have a childish thought too? I would say yes, but it doesn't mean less intelligent. Okay, a lot of people think childish mean less intelligent. No, right? So Is it possible someone that is matured but also they have a lot of stupid thinking? Yeah, it doesn't do with age. Childish just means like this. It just means someone that live in the present. Right? You think about a child, right? They don't worry too much on, they actually focus whenever you talk to them, they look at you, they look at you, they pay attention, so they live in the present. That's why they're happy. So childlike attitude means that they are very curious. They always feel that there are a lot of new things to learn, right? Because they have a strong sense of curiosity. So, and that's why you see, whenever this is what I discovered, right? Whenever I talk to someone older, they always feel that they know everything already. They tell me something like this: Iverson, I eat salt more than you eat rice. This is a Chinese idiom. Basically, it says that I'm more experienced than you. What is the chances for you to eat salt, right? So the reasons, whenever someone say they eat salt more than you eat rice, means that they're very old already. So you don't have right to question them because they know everything. So that's why I noticed that the older there are group of people, the older they got, they think that they know everything, right? So they stop learning. Yeah, that is the beginning of their decline, right? But if a children, right, they always continue to learn something new, right? Because their curiosity, they still discover that a lot of things they didn't know. So therefore, they learn more. And if you realize that all successful people and happy people in the world, they actually have a continuous learning attitude in them. Do you realize that all the successful people, they never stop learning? Right. So give you an example here, like in our ex-prime minister, right? He's 95 years old right now, right? And then a lot of people ask him, right, what is your secret to have so much energy, in this age right now? And one thing I realized that he never stopped working, he never stopped learning. Even the time when once he retired as a prime minister, he still have his own blog, writing stuff, so learning new technology. Now got this Instagram live, Facebook live, 95 years old, yet some people, even they reach 70 years old, they tell you, Instagram is not for me. I'm way beyond that age group already. You see, all this is about the mindset, right? So if you have this child-like attitude, there's always something fun to look forward to because you haven't seen the whole world yet, right? There's much more to explore, right? Even they're 80 years old, they're still looking forward to move to a new house. I met someone like this, So you see, whenever someone reach 80 years old, right, they'll say, okay, I'm done, right? This is the house I'm going to settle in, nothing else, good things ever happen. But yet I still met someone that 80 years old, they are looking forward to move to a new home, and then the new home is under renovation right now. They're looking forward to it. Yeah, so I can see why. And then this is a person that have a lot of energy. Yeah, so it's correlated. So the childlike attitude is something like that. Right, so they will not think something is impossible. You think about a children, right? They're just what they want, what they do. They just ask because they don't know what is impossible means. If you tell them no, what happened? They will ask again. Right? They use different way to ask for it, right? But for when an adult, right, when we fail one time, which means that the life say no to you one time, what do? You give up. You say that my child are not suitable, that's why I fail, right? But actually it's not, right? Sometimes the child, you just use the child, your party child, an excuse not to do something, right? So therefore, if you have this childlike attitude, I would say that you can actually have all the attributes I shared with you just now. Yeah, so what if you don't have? Can you consciously think like that or not? Of course, you have it, it's easier because it's part of you. But if you don't have, what I advise you to do, find your victims, right? Your friends. Yeah. Okay. Let's not use the word victims. Your friends as your guinea pig in your laboratory, which means that you secretly plot their chart and then see which one got this, any of these childlike stars here, tiger, snake, monkey or pig, right? So, and then don't have, secretly unfriend them. Okay, because they make you look older, right? We don't want this group of people, right? We want to mix with those people that, have all these elements. So the more you interact with them, you will also influence by their thinking because they're going to go travel around the world. They have so much thing to look for, right? So do that part. Okay, so this is something that you need to actually consciously do it, right? So in opposite of all this childlike attitude, the opposite is the earth element. That is opposite. Yeah, since this four element here, the childlike attitude is the tiger, snake, monkey, and pig. The opposite of it is all the four earth element. Yeah. So one is childlike thinking. How about the opposite of childlike thinking? Someone conservative, someone say, okay, I done that, I live that, I know everything. It's easier said than done. Yeah, it's not possible, so it's the earth element. So, and now, what is the earth element? What is the earth animal sign? There are four of them, right? So let me point it out. Dragon, dog, goat, and ox. Okay, so if you have a lot of this earth element in your chart, so you tend to look younger than your age. Sorry, not younger. I'm saying older, opposite. Yeah, even you are just 20 years old, you might look like 30 years old. Yeah, one is not powerful enough. Like at least you need to have three to pull off that effect. Okay, even I would say Me2 app might not able to help you a lot. So it tends to look older. Okay, so and as you're more matured anyway, you're in the other part here, you're also more mature in terms of thinking. Yeah, it's two different opposite element. Okay, so and you still like to listen to a lot of old songs, or like Jin Chin say old soul. Yes, old soul. Yeah, listen to the classic songs. And even right now you still listen. If you're in Asian, you're still listening to Jackie Chung song. Even and you keep singing every single day. So it's like 30 years ago or 20 years ago, right? So that one is earth element. Okay, I'm not saying they are not happy. I'm not saying that. I'm just saying that if you want to actually have more energy, because earth element doesn't move, right? But if you have, Cynthia say you have two growth and two earth elements, so you're neutral. Yes, you're right. Right, so you look exactly like your age is, right? Because you have two earth, two growth element, right? So it's neutralize each other. Okay. Right, so therefore, these are. Do you like this piece of information? I'm not sure whether you like this. Yeah, this is a trivial information, right? But it's fun to learn. Yeah, because this is a fun part of BaZi. Yeah, so once you know this, yeah, then you can consciously take certain action to change something, right? So if you have earth element a lot, they keep doing the same thing over and over again, right? Every Saturday, maybe they just say, let's watch movie at home. I cook something, eat at home. But for all those like all these tiger, snake, monkey, and pig, yeah, they like to seek for new adventure. Yeah, so it's different. So they are no good or bad, right? So it depends on you. What type of spouse you like, right? So depends, right? So but now we are not talking about compatibility. I'm talking about the energy level. Right, if you want to have more energy, right, to do something, this is the one of the attitude you would like to cultivate. And sometimes you don't have it in your natal chart, right? So another way, they have got one more backup plan for you. By the way, don't get depressed first. Yeah, there always a time to do that, but not now. Okay, so if you don't have it in, let's say you don't have the growth star or the childlike attitude in the chart, I want you to actually look at the love pillar. Right, because the love pillar here, your current love pillar also have animal sign, right? You see whether you have any of these four signs or not. Okay, so love pillar talking about something comes to you, right? Or maybe you meet a new friends, yeah, that teach you how to enjoy life. Yeah, life is about enjoyment, right? So it's about taking some risk. So you have it in your love pillar. So which means that your current love pillar, you also have the chance to actually meet these people or participate on certain event, yeah, that allow you to release the inner child within you during that love pillar. Okay, so Judith say that you're in a tiger now. That's great. Okay, yes. So yeah, so you need to do something, but this only assume that you don't have it in your original chart. If you already have it in the original chart, you don't need to look in your love pillar. Right, so you already have it. This only for those who don't have even one of them in a chart. Then you can look at the love pillar. Yeah, this is a time you can do it. Okay, all right. So this is about this optimism here. Okay, all right. Any questions so far? Any question? Okay, I'm looking at the chat box right now. If any question, you can ask me right now. I'll do my best to answer your question. Okay, so Mariana asks, what if I have a combination of pig and goat? Yeah, it doesn't matter the combination. Yeah, it's now if you have the pig already means that you already have it. Yeah, don't worry. Yeah, the goat will not eat the pig. Yeah, the goat is vegetarian. Okay, so your pig is safe. Okay, all right. So and Kim asks, what if you have two earth, two snake? Okay, so you have two earth, two snake means that part of it that you have a child, you have mixture, right? You neutralize each other, like just now, let's say, right? So you have both character in you. Okay, nice. So I know some of you have combination, right? Just mean you have combination of both, right? There's no special meaning to it. Okay, don't worry. Yeah, relax. Okay, some of you say, what, you have an earth and then you have a childlike, which we have both. Yeah, it's possible, right? Yeah, we are human, right? We have a complex personality, right? Not all of us here have a straightforward personality. Some of you have a mixture. Yeah, some of you might be bitch at your workplace, but you are super caring dad at home. It's possible, right? So it's like that. Don't worry. Okay, all right. So I think I answered most of the question here. So the next one I'm going to share with you is like this. Whenever we're talking about relationship, yeah. So we want to learn more about relationship, right? So relationship is when we look at the parter chart, we always look at the day pillar, because the day pillar talking about the quality of our relationship. Yeah, later I show the chart to get it, but let me explain the concept first. Yeah, so it's talking about how we see our relationship. Yeah, is it more in a positive light or more in a negative light, right? So like if I ask anyone, right, I like to do this kind of I would say research. I'll always ask someone to list down anything they like about their spouse and anything that they don't like about their spouse. So I give them an A4 paper. I split it into half. I draw a line in between. One side is what you like about your spouse, and the other side is what you hate about your spouse, right? And most of the time, right, due to my research, intensive research on this, most of the time, what they dislike about their spouse, the list is much longer. Yeah, if I allow them, if I don't set a time limit, I think even after a day after, they're still writing on it. And the thing that they like about their spouse actually is very little. Yeah, so therefore, how do you check this kind of thing is from the quality of their spouse balance. If their spouse balance is good, they'll see more great aspect or great attribute about their spouse, right? If their spouse balance are, I would say, is not in the right configuration, then this person tends to see more bad things about their spouse. Right? Have you met someone that keep complaining about their partner? This is not good. They don't wash the dish. They don't throw the rubbish. So many bad things. And then when I ask them, what is the good thing about them, about your spouse? They hardly can think of anything. You know. So how about you? Now, what is your nature? Right. One way you can do this by asking yourself this. And another way you can actually check your chart. What is your natural inclination towards relationship? Okay. So therefore, let me show the chart. How do you check on this? Okay, all right, so let me share my screen. Okay, this is the parter chart right now. So the spouse palace is at your luck on your day branch. So is this. Okay, so this is a box here. So whenever we would like to study the quality of any intimate relationship, this is not your friend relationship, it's someone close to you. So in the intimate relationship, this is the box we are looking at. Okay, so therefore this box here is a box of whether you're happy with your home, you know, and therefore there are so many ways to assess the quality. But let's start with something simple. and something more brutal. Yeah, is we talk about clash. Right, so normally we don't like to see a clash in the chart that actually clash with the spouse balance, because this will reduce the quality of the relationship or how you see the relationship. Yeah, it doesn't mean your spouse is a bad person. Remember, I asked you to write down the list, right? That one is your perception, your general perception about the relationship. So if there's a clash in the spouse palace, you very likely you're going to see a lot of the thing that you're not happy in the relationship. Okay, that is the one. So how do you know it's a clash? I think a lot of you know what is the clash means, right? So which means that clash is each of the animal sign always have a nemesis or have an enemy that want to attack. So for rooster, their enemy or their arch enemy is rabbit. Okay, rabbit. So this chart here doesn't have any clash, right? So you see, okay, a lot of people ask about how about combination? Yeah, don't think about something else first. Okay, so there are a lot of things you learn about this. I saw some of you here lost track already. You ask about harm pillars, and in some more you add in the luck pillar, and then how about combination? Yeah, Sophia, you ask this question, don't ask first, right? So let's do one thing at a time. We just looking at clash. Let's be a child, okay, everyone. Yeah, children. Yeah, let's be present. Just focus on clash right now. Yeah, there'll be a time you learn about combination and harm. There'll be a time, but not today. Okay, are you guys okay or not? Otherwise, you're going to miss out a lot of things. Then you become all the earth element again. All right, so don't. Yeah, we want to be the childlike attitude, right? Desire to learn more. So do this, right? If you don't have a clash, it's fine. Okay, so you still need to listen, right? Maybe your friend have, or maybe your spouse have. So now. So how do you know there's a clash? First of all, you need to know what is a clash animal sign first, right? So, and for rooster, you need to see a rabbit to clash. So where is the rabbit? The rabbits either must appear in the month pillar or the hour pillar. But in this chart here, it doesn't have any rabbit, right? So this chart here, there's no clash in the marital palace. Yeah, very simple. Okay, let's look at this chart here. This chart also don't have. This chart also don't have. This chart also don't have. So all chart is good. So right now, so let's imagine. Yeah, so I want you to imagine right now, if the month pillar right now, if the month is a rabbit, it's a clash. Yeah, but of course now the month is snake, right? So let's pretend right now this is not snake, it's a rabbit, then it's a clash, because rooster clash with rabbit, right? So or if the hour pillar is not a dragon, let's say it's a rabbit, it's also a clash, right? So the clash only possible happen in two places only, either in the month branch or the hour branch. Error, okay? Easy, right? So you might ask, how about the year? The year is not considered because it's too far away. Yeah, the clash are minimal. Okay, so the clash need to happen side by side. So this only leaves us to the month pillar or the hour pillar. That's all. Okay, so whenever you go through this type of clash, so basically it represents this person they see their relationship in a very critical light, or maybe in a more negative. Yeah, they find more faults than things here. So, but this doesn't mean they cannot change, right? So the reason you want to learn parts here is to actually know what you can change on this part. Okay, so it need to be side by side clash, and it has to be within your own chart, because there are two different types. One type of what we call external clash. External clash means that the year comes to you that clash with you, right? So now we are not talking about external clash first. Yeah, later on, if I have time, I'll share with you that one. But right now, I'm talking about is in your chart. Yeah, so which means that the clash happened in your chart first. So clash, there are two types. One is internal. Internal means in your chart. On the other thing here is we're talking about external clash. External clash is about year coming in. Yeah, let's say next year is a year of ox, right? You have a goat in the chart, that is a clash. That's external. So that one we see we can have time to do this later on. But now I'm talking about internal. Internal means is you. It's how you see the world. Is your character. Yeah, is your mindset. Yeah, so this is the thing here. So how do you solve this problem? Yeah, change your mindset, right? Ask a more empowering question. Be grateful, right? Instead of seeing all the bad stuff, right? Ask yourself, what is something that if I need to find something good about my spouse, what are the three things is, right? You need to train yourself to do this every single day. Of course, your first thing in your mind is saying, there are none, right? So ask yourself again, what if there's one? What would that be that you love about your spouse? Right, so there's a way to do this. So the other one is the external clash. External clash is a event, that affect the relationship. It could be certain event, or it could be the job changes, or maybe a pressure about who take care of the kids. That one is external. External event that happen that might change the relationship. But just now, what I'm telling you is inside your chart, so it's nothing to do with external. So which means that no matter who you marry to, you have this kind of thinking. Yeah, even you marry the best spouse in the world on the eye of the others, but to you, this is the worst spouse. Somehow you like to find fault. Okay, this is a default. Yeah, but once you realize this, you can actually change that. Right? The more then you become more happier. Right? So this is what I'm talking about internal. Everyone okay so far? Right? That one is internal, right? So and then let's talk about external. But before I do that here, so I want to announce something here because you guys want to learn about success in in December or not? A lot of people keep asking me this question, can you do like a prediction or Yijing or whatever to help everyone actually plan ahead every month? Actually I do that, right? Actually every month I did a Yijing divination where you can select a card, and then each card I'm going to explain to you what is the strategy success for every month. And some of you don't have it, so you keep asking. So if you're interested, because in December is coming, right, you also want to know. So I actually put all this divination here on this site here is my Telegram channel. You can actually follow this channel here, and there's a link, there's a QR code. I don't know why they cover the QR code. Yeah, so you cannot scan it. Why? Something wrong with the QR code. Right? So you just take a screenshot. You can just go to Telegram and search my name, right? Iverson, you can see there. So here I'm going to post all my future upcoming webinars, so you won't miss out any of them if you like my webinars. And you also, every month, I also release some the Yijing divination, what to plan ahead on every month. You're going to choose the cards, like 3 cards, and then I'm going to explain to you what is the hexagram means. You're going to learn a lot from there, and any additional or insider information or trade secret information also all over there, right? So you can join this channel. Okay, all right. So now let's continue. So just now we're talking about internal clash, right? So external clash. So what do I mean external clash? External clash means that it's not your character. Yeah, it's nothing to do with your mindset. It's got to do with event, right? Do you realize that our relationship changes not only just because of our character, it could be from external event as well, right? So therefore, that would be it could be job changes, it could be one of it could be job changes, or maybe there are maybe you got demoted, right? And then, or maybe you cannot agree with the way to bring out, maybe you have a new baby coming in, and you have a different philosophy of how you should actually raise the baby, right? And then, so therefore, this is the one that will cause the relationship to change. Or maybe health issues, right? So the way, or maybe your parents' issue, right? Maybe your wife or your husband doesn't get along with the in-laws, right? So many things. Or suddenly your in-laws move into your house. Don't you think that one also might? I'm not saying it will, but don't you think there's a possibility to affect the relationship as well? Right? So there are so many of this. So therefore, that one we're talking about external clash. Yeah, something external comes to you. So now let me ask you on next year. Next year, what is the animal sign for next year? It's an ox. Next year is an ox year, right? Now we're talking about external. It's an ox. So, and ox clash with what? What is the animal sign that the horse clash with? Type it in the chat box right now. Ox clash with what animal sign? Yeah, I know next year is ox. Okay, good. Okay. You correctly pointed out is good, right? So ox clash with good. So let me share. So now, your chart got good or not? Right. That's the next question, right? So let me share you the screen here. Yeah, this is the this screen here again. And now, if you look at here, let me clear all the drawing first. Okay, cool. So if you look at the chart here, do you see any good in the chart? Yes. Where is the good located? In the day. And let's recall back, what we actually talked about just now, what we discussed just now. The day represent your marriage palace, right? Or represent relationship palace. So do you realize that this person, will have some change in the relationship? Okay, so now I know a lot of you here might think, what changed, right? Don't worry, Lansing did. Calm down, relax first. Okay, take a deep breath, everyone. Take a deep breath. I know now some of you are good in the chart. You're already worried. Don't worry. Okay, so what does it mean? First of all, you need to have a good in the chart first, all right? So you think so easy to get a good in the chart, and it must be in the day pillar, since we're talking about relationship, right? So how many of you here have the good or goods in the chart, and it's also in the day pillar? Must be in the day pillar. Okay, Carol asked about combination. I don't care whether it's a combination or not, Carol. Let's not overthink. If you have a good, means you have a good. Okay, Carol? So don't worry. Whether it's combined or not, you still have a good in the chart. Okay, because horse also doesn't eat the goat, right? So don't worry, Carol. Your goat is still there. It's still alive, still breathing. Okay, so if you have it here, so now, since this only, whenever there's a clash, it means changes on the relationship. So let's say, let me ask you right now, if you are single right now, you are not attached with anyone, and you discover a clash in your relationship palace, do you have anything to worry about? No, because you don't have someone to clash with, right? But you cannot have a relationship problem if you're not in a relationship in the first place, correct? Right? So which means that if you are single and you discover that you have a goat in the chart, what does it mean? It means that your relationship status might change. From single, what is the possible changes from a single relationship to what is a natural progression from single to become what? In a relationship, right? You cannot become single of the single. That's not possible because you're already single right now, right? So if there's a clash, the next natural progression would be what? In a relationship. So if you're single and you discover that you have a goat in the chart, so 2021 might be a year that you will find someone. You might. So which means that you might update in your Facebook from single into in a relationship. Okay, nice. So now you need to prepare, right? So it's a happy thing, right? If you want a relationship, of course, right? If you don't want, then it doesn't matter to you, right? If you have it, then it's fine. Okay, so now, what if you already have in a relationship? So there will be some changes, right? So it'll be some changes because you already have a relationship, right? So which means that maybe because it's a clash, could means that there are some argument between you and your spouse. Right, so it's okay. Before that, Sophia asked, "What if I don't want to change?" It's fine. Right, so if you don't want the relationship, someone offer their relationship to you, you can say no one. You cannot say because my chart say this year I must get into relationship, then I have no choice. Even I don't love you, I need to accept you. Not like that, right? Partner chart is not a must chart. It's not a chart say you must do this, you must do that. Partner chart doesn't say that, right? Partner chart is a guide to tell you such opportunity available. It's up to you. You want to take it or not, right? So we still have the power to exercise our free will. Okay, I want everyone to repeat after me. Partner chart is not a must chart, right? So don't keep asking yourself, what is I must do according to my partner chart? It's not a must chart. The chart just tell you these are what available to you. If you like it, take it. If you don't like, your life is still good, continue. Okay, it's not a must chart, right? So is the chart supposed to give you more freedom? It's not supposed to limit you. Okay, nice. I think Yichin type it out there. Pattern chart is not a must chart, right? It's not a must. There's nothing you must do in this world, right? You do whatever you like. Okay, so don't get too stressful. Okay, just now it's about single. What if you already clash? If you're in a relationship, so it could mean that it could be argument, because clash could mean different opinion. So maybe you need to be more. Is a chart that actually maybe you don't you have different opinion lah. Maybe like where to travel, when to build a family, when's the right time. Maybe you want to settle down. Maybe your spouse don't want to right now, right? During a clash here, you bring out this discussion and then you might argue a little bit, right? So you need to actually aware of this. So you know how do you actually the moment you're aware, you're more prepared, then you know how to handle this in advance, right? So, and then some people will say, okay, since it's a clash here, so maybe I should actually maybe have more travel, right? Enjoy, because in a travel holiday, less argument, right? It could be one of it. Okay, so therefore now you know. So what type of, you'll be a little bit tension in your relationship for next year if you have it in the good. So focus on, some people, their different strategy depends on your chart. Some people focus more on their work, so they have less clash with the spouse. And then some of them, they actually organize holiday or family moment. It could be one of the great way, because clash with your spouse palace also in your house, right? Clash also mean traveling, right? Because it's clash with your house means that there's some changes on that. Or also one thing here on traditional reading, a clash in the spouse palace also a time also signify that they move to a different house, or they move to a new house, new living environment. That one also can signify a clash in the day pillar as well, because the day pillar, beside represent relationship, it also represent your living environment, your house. If there's a clash, it could be also means that year very likely you're going to move house as well. Okay, all right. So therefore, this is the part that I hope that you can learn something of it. Do you like the information you learned so far? Okay. All right. So Silverly say, can you briefly explain the clash in the year pillar? Now, year pillar is more on the I would say your economy. The industry, the market you're serving, right? So if you're business people, let's say if there's a clash in your year pillar, could means that your consumer lifestyle or what they need already changed. So if you're a business owner, you must know this early, and then you need to find out what are the changes is, right? So maybe they are no longer like to buy from retail store, for example, they want to buy online. So you better make sure that you set up a online platform for them to buy. Yeah, so this is what normally we do in consult, right? We help business people or someone to look at all these possible changes that happen in their life. And I know that someone just now asked about internal and external. So more, okay. So saw him say that more clearly understand my internal and external clash I have. Okay, good. Yeah, good to know that. Okay, so let's see here. Karen Tan say, how about finding love using Pattern chart? Yeah, you don't find love using your Pattern chart. Yeah, by the way, right? You don't. Your Pattern chart tell you the timing only, right? So you actually need to go out and seek for it. So if you're talking about finding love, we normally look at the year pillar, because represent your friend first. So from there, we actually look at, if the good element there'll be a great chances. Yeah, but most of the time, I discovered that people don't get into relationship is not because they cannot find one. Yeah, their lack of time, but the real cause of it is not their priority. Right? They say my work is very demanding. I don't have time. Right? So therefore, it's not much about opportunity. It's more on motivation. So Karen, if I would say, how do I help here? Is I would say that you find a time, in a year. There are always a certain months that you can actually good for meeting someone, like combination. So you can actually use the right time to do it. Okay, so once you find someone, then I would say that if you have the right feeling, I would say that it's good to pursue relationship, right? So I always say person first, partner second. That's how I see it, right? You cannot say that I let the child decide whether I should love you or not. I think the feeling, a love feeling, is something more deeper, is connect us on the affinity level. So I would say trust your feeling first. Yeah, if it's a right feeling, then only you look at the chart, see how can you actually work with this person to build a strong relationship. So I will use partner chart rather as a tool to enhance a relationship rather than to determine whether it's the right person or not. Yeah, that's how I use partner. Okay, maybe for you it's different. Okay, let's see here. I'm browsing through your question here. Okay, I'm not going to answer, like, I know a lot of questions here clash between the day and month, day and hour, all these things. That one is not related. Yeah, if I answer that, then all of you here will be more confused, right? To actually to do this. Okay, all right. Now, okay, so if some of you here are interested, to actually explore on this happiness, in a deeper level, how to actually increase your, I would say, gratitude, happiness, and reduce stress, and then so you have more energy to spend on relationship and your career, especially on this turbulent time. So I have a program, a one-day program here that I think a lot of you already joining this, but some of you, if you haven't do this, let me introduce something to you. Something you can look forward to. This will happen in I would say in next week. Let me show you the program first, right? This program here is called Be Big Happy Even in Unhappy Times. It's an online program, and I'm going to do this on early December this year. And this program here is you can learn from home, just like what you're doing right now. You can learn right comfort of your home, and this would be the details of it. So on 8 December, and the time is from 7 to 11 p.m. GMT plus 8. Okay, so this is a live stream class. If you're interested to learn how to use Partner, to help you to shape, or reshape your mental state, and increase your energy, this would be the great program for it. Okay, so now these are some of the things I'm going to talk about. So negative emotion, how do you rebuild your positive thoughts, and also manage your emotion, because good emotion also linked to physical health, right? So therefore, this is something very, very important, especially on this pandemic and also the economy downturn. It's great for us to remain high spirit and continue to do what we do, right? Because when emotionally we are stable and then we are positive, we can see opportunities. Yeah, because opportunities is around us anyway, right? But some people can see it, some people don't, right? So let's be the one that able to detect all the available opportunities within you. Okay, so if you are interested, then this would be investment fees for this is only $97, and in exchange, you can get information, how to create more happiness in your life. And the information you're going to learn here, you can apply not only for yourself. Later on, you can also help others, like your family member, your friend as well, to actually help them to feel happier. I think this is the greatest gift you can give someone, especially during Christmas time, right? So, and this is the thing. If you are interested to join us, then this is the seats are extremely limited. And if you want to learn this from me, personally, then you just click the Enroll Now button on your right-hand side, the blue button there, or you can go to the website as shown on the screen, joeyap.com/happy. All right. So all you need to do is you just need to get ready your partner chart, and then you leave it the rest to me. I'm going to show you step-by-step way how to find your first step to lead to your pursuit of happiness. Okay. So this is the link here. All right. So I hope you enjoyed today's webinar. About love and happiness. I hope that give you some insights about your partner chart and what to prepare for the year ahead. Okay, so till then, I wish all of you here all the best on this year and next year, and a belated Thanksgiving to some of you celebrate Thanksgiving. Until then, keep in touch. I'm Iverson. Have a great year ahead. See you guys again.